And we were making the t-shirts, and we were like...
You say somebody's listening to it? Are they listening to it live? Because we've been on like 15-minute delay lately because of all the listeners.
Yeah, no, they're listening to it live, and they say it sounds fine.
She's listening to it in real time? Like the 10-second delay, normal
yeah,
10-second
delay?
delay?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, because what's been happening lately, a lot of our shows have been running late because we got thousands of listeners.
Right.
The more listeners you got, the more it pushes back to start time. Because the bandwidth can only take so much at one time.
Right. Because we have a thing playing over there, and I just checked it over while there was a problem, so it was okay for us. I mean,
okay.
Because we have like 13 listeners, probably.
You'll get more eventually.
Right.
Anyway, we decided to make the t-shirts. We were like, we're just going to all have Captain and bottom. We're going back. Just press that.
Tap that app. And love what you do.
And we're back on Puck Off's MTR's Puck Off, excuse me.
What's up, everybody? We're back here on Puck Off with Josh Mierop, Dave Mormino.
Did you just hear David interrupt the commercial?
I didn't know.
Because I put the mics up and David just said, love what you do over the commercial.
With no warning.
It's okay, nobody's listening.
It's true.
Nobody's listening, Maury.
All 13-year-olds. By 13-year-olds, I mean 13 of you.
Whatever. Anyway, back to it. As I was saying, Saturday, just, you know, that party. Then Sunday came along, woke up to watch the Daytona 500. At least the pre-game, the pre-show, and then Daytona 500, the first lap, and then the last 10 laps. That's all you need to really watch if you're going to watch that race.
You watch 499 laps.
It's actually 200 laps, but 500 miles.
Oh.
Just saying.
Okay.
I'm going to be that guy.
I didn't know that there was this guy in the studio today. Oh, there is.
And his name is Josh.
My bad.
Wearing a bright orange t-shirt that says Captain on it.
Yeah, explain it.
Well, listen, we're just gonna let's off topic for a second.
Okay.
I had this race with two of my friends, and we decided to do. It was called like the Hawthorne 5K Challenge for Run Against Domestic Violence.
Listen, it's not 5K, okay? It's 4K and 1 lap. Duh.
Okay. Anyway, it was 5K Run Against Domestic Violence, and they basically threw in these obstacles, and it was a lot of fun. You know, a lot of mud, it was really cold. It was like a Tough Mudder, if you've ever heard of a Tough Mudder, except a lot easier. But it was one of the obstacle course races. So anyway, we decided to make t-shirts for the race.
Right.
And we made, you know, orange because everybody can see an orange t-shirt, and we're just completely ridiculous. It says the Dynamic Trio on the front of them. It's got our last names and our favorite numbers on the back. And we're like, we need to put a captain on the front. And we're like, do we really? And they're like, yeah, well, I think we should do a captain and 2 assistants. And like, no. My one friend's like, no. We're all gonna be captains.
Pretentious.
So we have 3 captain t-shirts now. All of us wear captains. I think this year we're gonna make new t-shirts for the race, and I think we're gonna go a different way about it. Maybe one of us will be a captain and 2 assistants or something along those lines.
That would break a friendship, though.
Yeah. Because then one will be like, I'm the leader.
Listen.
No, I'm the king. We're not getting into that. We're not going into that. Anyway, Daytona 500.
North and the 9th Ward. Check it out, YouTube.
Anyway, we were watching the Daytona 500. Now, this is what piqued my interest. I did not see this happen. This is what my dad said happened, so I'm going to go by his word. If it didn't happen, call and correct me. But they started off the race.
609, 9100 MTR.
Yeah, get ready to correct Josh on his wrong.
687 is what MTR stands for.
Yeah. So we're watching, start off the NASCAR race. Every race, you know, they start off with, you know, gentlemen, start your engines. Well, everybody knows that Danica Patrick was racing tomorrow, and she is not a gentleman, she is a lady. So what would fix that is saying drivers start your engines because everyone's a driver. Well, this is what my dad says happened. They said drivers and Danica start your engines. Now that just piques my interest. I tried to find a clip of it today on the internet, but it doesn't exist because nobody really cares about that.
As far as
but I thought that was like, what are you trying? I'm sorry. What are you trying to say?
I was gonna say is that are you really surprised? Are you really surprised? NASCAR is gonna be sexist. Are you really surprised?
And you know what? She was talking it up so much before the race, like saying like, you know, it was like she was like big mouth, and a lot of people wanted her into the wall in the first lap. They just
really get her to.
They just wanted her out of the race, really. And you know what? She came in 8th. She did not win the race, which is probably a good thing for a lot of people.
Right, Josh. Way to pick favorites.
Yeah, I am good at pick favorites. My favorite came in second. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Anyway, I think that's interesting because it's like you're saying, instead of saying, like, I can understand if they said, gentlemen in Danica start your engine, but they said drivers. So basically you're saying you're not a driver, you're just Danica in the race. And
yeah.
You know what? It was very interesting. And David's playing with the mics now and putting all three of them over there.
What's hood, yo?
But
no. But how about the Oscars, bro?
Yeah. Did you watch the Oscars, David?
Did I do my job? I did not. The one job I was told to do, I did not watch the Oscars because I had one job.
And I decided not to do it.
And I didn't do it. I saw bits and pieces, but every time I saw it was women in tight dresses singing, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to watch this.
You know what? I've never watched the Oscars, which was always called the Academy Awards.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Academy for putting that show on. Sure. I got home from the Dells game yesterday, threw it on. It was just the beginning. Seth MacFarlane, was under a lot of pressure to be funny. And not be too angry. You know what? Can you stop playing with the mic? I'm watching David over here play and swing the mics around. Somebody's getting a little bored this morning. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, Seth MacFarlane. He started off the Oscars being the host and all, and he had some interesting dance things going on as Spock from Star Trek came on screen. And was explaining to him that, he saw it happen before it happened, and he goes, "What you're about to do is completely inappropriate." And then they showed him on the screen singing we saw your boobs, explaining to all the actresses whose boobs were shown in a movie before. And he goes, "That was completely inappropriate." And it's and then they showed an article from the paper. It's and it says Seth MacFarlane, pretty bad Oscar host, and he goes, "Well, what did I do wrong?" And then he does another dancing skit, and it's and then they show the screen again, and it says, Seth MacFarlane, mediocre Oscar host, and that kind of and he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna take that because that's the best review I've ever gotten ever. So can we just accept that?" And he goes, "Do you really want to be the worst Oscar host that ever goes in history?" He goes, "Well, let me try something else." And then Daniel Radcliffe came out from Harry Potter, and they danced and sang.
Nice.
So you know what? That was interesting, and so I want to touch base on a few things. What's her name from
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, not her.
Okay.
We're getting to that.
Okay.
The girl from Twilight. What's her name?
Oh.
Because I don't even care about her. This time I don't even know what her name is. Well, everybody. The
woman from Twilight.
The woman from Twilight. That's what we'll leave it at that. I'm glad she could grace us with her presence at the Oscars. I see
her face. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I see her face too, and it's just terrible.
Right? Just a non-expressive anger.
It's she gets out to the mic, and first of all, her hair is frizzy. Fix your hair. It's the Oscars.
The Oscars. Grow up.
Grow up, right? And she's she looks like she just did a whole load of drugs to make her.
It's probably because she did.
Yeah, just to make her want to be on the Oscars at all. And then she's whatever. Here's the award for this person. Daniel Radcliffe is giving the speech of his life out there to introduce this award.
Kristen Stewart.
That's her name.
America.
Anyway, so she's out there just being awful, and I thought that you know what? Let's not have her give an award next time or next award show because she's just not fun at all to look at. She's just so down on life. She shouldn't be giving an award away.
Yeah, she should be getting an award for the most
unenthusiastic,
the most sad human being ever. There's people in Darfur who probably have happier times than Kristen Stewart. I don't know if that's right to say, but I don't know. Whatever.
And anyway, so that happened, and nothing really interesting happened. There was a few skits that may have been funny. You can look them up.
You can look them
up.
I
wasn't paying attention too well. I was, on my phone a lot, trying to
go.
And so then, Jennifer Lawrence wins an award for her performance in Silver Linings Playbook as the actress. And she comes to receive her award, and I tweeted, this is the only thing interesting happening at the Oscars. And she falls up the stairs. And then she gets up to the podium, and then she's everybody gives her a standing ovation. I think she gave a great response. She goes, "You are only giving me a standing ovation because you feel bad that I fell up the stairs."
Or how about the fact that you just won, a crazy award.
Best actress.
Like,
I'm like, thank you, Jennifer, you nailed it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the only reason everybody's giving you a standing ovation.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just losing interest in this talk. Oh, another big thing was the TED segment. Ted and Mark Wahlberg presented an award, and they actually had Ted walk out on stage, and people were flipping out over that.
Like how Tupac.
Yeah, like Tupac did it, except it was Ted, and everybody. I was
a lot more street kids.
So I was explaining to everybody on Twitter how it worked, who were like going, "Oh my God, this TED thing." And I was like, "I've seen this happen before." They're like, "Well, how do they do it?" And I'm like, "It's just projectors." And they're like, "Oh, well, thank you, sweetheart." And I was like, "You got it, Angel." That was my one friend. Anyway.
It's smoking beers.
Yeah, so that was I guess that piqued some people's interest because you have TED coming out. Why not?
You know what I did during the Oscars?
What?
I watched this show called Worst Cooks in America.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing ever.
This sounds just awful. When you said worst cooks ever, I started researching last night. I started like, maybe I need to find like the worst cook in America. Nope, it was a TV show. I was like, oh, okay.
And like, alright, for the people who don't know the premise of the show, it's they get a whole bunch of people who have like regular jobs, like chiropractors, like ballerinas, just stuff like that, and they try to make them into chefs, but like they are horrible, like incredibly bad. And like this one guy, they're practicing their knife skills about like deboning fish and stuff. This guy just cuts his finger, doesn't realize it, bleeds all over the dish, and then like everyone, like the judge who went to go pick like to see how like they did and how the fish was filleted correctly. Yeah, she's like, "Is that blood on the table?" And it's like, "Yes, I think it is. I don't think you should try the fish." It's like, "Well, thank you for letting me know now."
It turned from chicken to fish in a second.
No, man. Whatever.
Anyway.
Deboning things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually a lot of fun because like there's this one woman who really, really, really loves Bobby Flay and like doesn't cook, just stares at Bobby Flay pretty much. But like whenever she does cook, it's just horrible.
It sounds like a one-show wonder. Like you watch it once and you're done with it.
It kind of was, and to the point where I saw a vegetarian was on the show and he had to cut a chicken's head off. And it was just...
He was freaking out?
It was kind of like freaking out.
Like he was like, "I'm quitting the show."
No. But he took a meat cleaver and was trying to like cut its head off like a normal person.
Right.
But he was like trying to cut like you know how like when you
cut with care?
Yeah, no. Like you know how when like you have a fork and you go like off the side and try to like rip something off like that way, like you know.
Sure. Yeah, I got you.
Whatever. He did that with a meat cleaver and just didn't work at all. And like the woman is just yelling from the balcony up top, like who's the judge.
All right.
She's like, "Hey, my dead grandma can cut better than that." And I'm just like, "That is me." This guy's like talking. He's like the interview they had. He just says, I don't have problems with chicken. Chicken are my friends. I'm cool with chicken." And you can just tell that this guy just didn't want to cut a chicken's head off, but he had to. I just felt so bad. And he had to cut legs off of the chicken, which is really mean.
Yeah, then just Hell's Kitchen. That's a great show. Watch
Hell's Kitchen.
Watch Mike Ramsey just yell at people all day.
"Do you want to be a chef?" Like, not with that attitude. I don't want to have your my boss.
I know, you know what? Like, if you're just gonna yell at me this whole time, this is not what I signed up for.
Hey, there's a lot more serious topics going on than cooking.
One second though, I want to get to this next thing. Like, you know how they have Dancing with the Stars?
Nope.
Well, they have Dancing with the Stars. I know, you do. I know you know. They have Dancing with the Stars, and then they went to like ice skating with the stars. Well, this is a new show that'll pique my interest for like a few episodes. I think it's like diving with the stars. It's called Splash, and they're gonna teach celebrities how to dive off of a high dive. So I think that'll be interesting. I think the first show will be great when they just get them to the top and they go, "Okay, you just have to jump off," and like I can't do it. Like not to mention you'll be doing flips and stuff like in the season finale. But.
Right. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you can't do it?
Yeah, nobody told me that we were going to be doing it from 3 stories up. I was like, this is a diving show. You're afraid of heights. Maybe you shouldn't have signed up.
Yeah, right? Like, maybe you should actually, like, realize what you're doing.
So, that's another show coming out, but... anyway, we have some other topics to hit on.
If you guys want to call us in, 609-9100, 687, 609-9100 MTR is what that stands for. Got a little bit of talks that we talked about. We talked about the Oscars, Daytona 500, if you're the worst cook in America.
Oh yeah, by the way, the Daytona 500 winner was Jimmy Johnson, if you've been listening to the show trying to figure it out. Followed by Earnhardt, and I think Biffle came in 3rd. Danica Patrick came in 8th. That was that. Yeah, we're over it now. But racing in circles. They're making a left turn.
And another left turn.
What are they gonna do next?
But One other topic that I want to talk about is who is your favorite, or what you think is your best villain in comic books and stuff?
Oh, that'd be the Joker, hands down.
Mine too. Ever since I saw Heath Ledger play,
yeah, he did a fantastic job playing that.
More than a fantastic job. He did an unreal job.
Like, you don't even know it's Heath Ledger.
I saw that movie on accident. Did you know that?
Really?
I walked to the mall when I was a young buck, and we went to the mall and we were like, let's go see a movie. I had no idea what Dark Knight was. I'm like, okay, whatever. We're going to watch a movie about darkness, and it's just a Batman movie. I'm like, this is turning better than expected. I'm like, okay, cool beans. And then this thing turns on. It's a 3.5 hour thriller, and I'm just like, this is fantastic. Like,
good thing you didn't see a 3.5 hour thriller about something else.
Lincoln.
Yeah, Lincoln. Something else about the Oscars is like, it's like they pick 6 movies and that's the only thing they like give awards out for. It was like Django, Les Miserables, or however you say that.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables, and then there was like Silver Linings Playbook, Lincoln. I think that was it. There's a few other movies. Oh yeah, like The Hobbits.
Did you say Lincoln?
No, I did not. Oh, Argo. That won the best picture, by the way. Argo won. Cool. I guess it deserved it. We know what's gonna happen.
I didn't see it. But
oh, and Life of
the one with Affleck?
Well, hold on. Life of Pi won 4 awards, and that's driving my girlfriend crazy. I know that because she she won the first time. The first time they won, they were like, "Oh my God, why did Life of Pi just win anything? It's about a boy and a tiger on a boat. Like, chill out." And then they went on to win 3 more Oscars after that. So she's probably fuming.
You know what gets me sad about the Oscars?
What's up?
The fact that Leonardo DiCaprio never won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Great, one of my favorite, probably my favorite actor ever. No recognition ever.
I got her like Titanic didn't win an Oscar.
Yeah, that's when you kind of knew. It was like, what?
There's nothing else you could. Or Invincible, what was it?
Inception.
Inception. Yeah.
Unreal Inception. He was Unreal Inception.
Yeah.
I had a dream within a dream. That's
yeah.
what happened.
I mean, maybe that wasn't Oscar worthy, but it was still a good movie.
I love
the
that.
ending. The ending sucked. As in, it pisses me off. I mean, you know what? It's a fantastic ending. I know you're giving me that face right now.
Shoot Josh that look.
I know it's a fantastic ending, but it just bothers me because you sat there for like, well, like the movie was 2.5 hours long just for like a dreidel to wobble a little bit, and then we have to talk about it for years on end. It's like the ending to The Sopranos.
It's a top.
A top. I know, whatever. A top to waddle a little bit, and then like the bleeding screen goes black. It's like the ending to The Sopranos, even though I know exactly what happened to the ending of Sopranos. You want me to get into it?
Yeah.
All right. This is what happened in the ending of Sopranos.
Couple
as you can
years
see,
late.
yeah, I know, right? As people are probably like, people are listening and going, "No, this is what I paid for. I'm finally gonna get an answer that I've been dying for." So this is what happened. They're in the restaurant,
right,
doing whatever.
This better be accurate too, by the way.
I'm assuming it is accurate. So they're chilling,
right,
in that car, trying to parallel park outside, which was kind of like thrown in there. Now he failed at parallel parking 2 times. The third time it worked out. Now that resembles the 2 times that Tony Soprano was attempted to be killed. It failed twice in the whole show's lifetime, and this the 3rd time it worked out, which was that night. They went into earlier in the show, that final episode. You could look this up. I never did, but I heard they talk about what death is like, and I think Tony Soprano or someone says death might as well be like cutting to black. Cutting to darkness. So in the restaurant, when he's sitting there, he was killed because it's cutting to black, resembling like that's just it. He's dead. So it was just Tony Soprano being killed. It was just instead of making it really obvious, they made you think a little bit. But that's what I'm getting at.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So Inception. Sorry, I don't know. Invincible is another movie. So yeah, Inception. I guess you could talk about it. There's some, observations at, what the ending was, but it was a very, very well put together movie.
A dream within a dream.
Yeah, I know. We're not getting into that again. I had to listen to you before.
Cool.
I mean, it's very confusing. it's very interesting. We'll save it for another show.
Except for the 10 minutes we have to fill right now.
We have plenty of time.
I'm joking. But what else have we got to talk about here today?
We had 1 caller today. You know that? And that was to tell us that our show sucks. Or no, it just doesn't sound right.
I think it's a little bit of time to promote our YouTube page or YouTube channel. We got a new YouTube channel, Puck Off MTR. So if you want to look us up, we're a lot of fun to check out behind the scenes stuff. And then
some commercials, some actually full podcasts. We're trying to put up every podcast on YouTube, the full length of it, which we might have to switch up because it's awful waiting for an hour worth of film to upload to YouTube takes like a day and a half. So,
but you can definitely see behind the scenes with Josh and I just making quirky face at each other while we make stupid topics. What you guys?
Yeah, like in the intro that you can't hear on the thing, you can see us both like celebrate the Henry goal.
I love the intro.
The intro's fantastic.
But we also have a Facebook page, which is just Puck Off. So the MTR Media page and stuff like that. We also have an Instagram page that I started yesterday. A lot of the Facebook and Instagram stuff is going to be my stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm more of the video guy. So
content guy.
Yeah, David's the content guy. I'm the video guy.
Hey, it works out. We have a nice balance.
And today we're going to work on getting our recorded shows up onto MTR Radio for repeats because we finally got.
That is news to me.
I told you that.
When?
I texted you and you said yes. I said I've got good news this morning. We got T-shirts ordered and we've got the email to put up things on.
I pay attention to everything you say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just let me.
I'm glad you do.
But yeah, we have a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna try to work out on Twitter and see what happens. That way I don't have to piss off all my followers that
yeah, so we can have our 5 followers on Twitter find out what we're doing.
What we're actually doing.
How many likes do we have on Facebook? Like 6 by now?
I think like 9.
Oh, that's
for
good.
Instagram wise, we're plus 50, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, dog.
Really? So we're plus 50.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
We have like 90 views on YouTube now. Altogether.
Wow.
With all of our videos, we have like a total of 90.
We are stopping the presses with our material.
We should start getting paid for our YouTube views.
I don't think so.
We'll get a nickel for every view. And we'll have 5 nickels at the end of every week.
The only listeners are your parents, your girlfriend, my girlfriend, and like...
Girlfriend doesn't listen in. My girlfriend listens to the first 5 minutes, then she goes to math class, and then she can't listen anymore.
Technically listen.
Technically.
But, no, but we do appreciate all of our listeners and everything like that. But, before we run out of time again, I just wanted to do a little shout out again all the time. My BBR family, Big Blue Recruiting, if you guys haven't heard before, do a recruiting blog over at WordPress. It's BlueBlueRecruiting.com. Reports about Michigan basketball, baseball, football, a lot of content on the recruits and stuff. So if you want to check out my writing, want to check out a lot of my other friends' writings from Michigan, go ahead and go on to BlueBlueRecruiting.com. And really just check us out. We feel like we're on the up and coming. And if you want to have something to pass the day by reading something, you want to pick up a newspaper, you want to just go online, just go ahead and check us out, see what you like, see what you don't like, give us some feedback. But that's my Big Blue family, excuse me. Josh, you also are family of mine, so I also want to say thank you to your parents for listening in every day because they're one of our most avid listeners. I just stuttered horribly, so what I was getting at is I appreciate your parents listening to us because they're good people and they are a wonder to have listening to us. So.
Wonder to have that. If you realize we did not have what the fuck was going on in the world segment today, that's because my parents shot it down after Friday's show. I got home and they said that was a great show, except for one thing.
Except for I suck. But no, I do want to say thank you for them listening. I want to say thank you to everybody who does listen to us. Yeah, I don't have an inappropriate T-shirt today, which is a lot of fun.
That's good. My T-shirt's fine, I guess.
So yeah,
Talked about that.
If you guys are Yankee fans, you guys probably braced for some bad news. You got that guy Curtis Granderson. I don't know if you heard. Gonna miss 44 home runs from him until at least the first week of May because he's out 10 weeks due to a broken forearm. Gonna definitely miss him because now your starting outfield is now Matt Diaz, Brett Gardner, and I don't even know who's in right field, to be honest with you.
Watch baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. You know what? I'll know like 3 weeks into the season.
I couldn't
what's
even
going
tell
on.
you. I'm not a Yankee fan. That's my disclosure. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan since 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
wearing my Reds gear right now. But yeah. So if you guys were wondering what's going on, baseball-wise, I'm your man. Hockey-wise, I'm my friend over there, the dynamic trio member and the captain of it apparently.
Yeah.
Josh Mierop.
Yeah, I'll be the hockey guy.
But yeah.
Giving you the bad news about how the Devils are starting to downfall. Hopefully they pick it up. Hopefully they pick it up.
But we're on, again, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, every 3 days a week, 11 a.m., MTR Radio app, so if you guys want to go ahead and tell your friends. But I want you guys to do me a big favor and just go online and look at like I said before, my buddy Cobeo. If you just want to look him up, it's his whole Bandit House group. Fantastic friend of mine, good friend of mine. So yeah, his C'est La Vie is available 228. So if you guys want to jump on that, you guys will not be disappointed. So yeah, that's my my shout outs, my rants and stuff. Josh, you got anybody you want to say hello to? You want to say?
Yes, thank you for my parents for listening again. Gotta say thank you to them for listening every show.
Can I just get one more?
Oh yeah, one more.
And Erica, I don't know if you're listening right now, but thank you so much for listening. It's our career advisor, great woman. But go ahead, Joshua.
Yes, thank you to my girlfriend for listening for the first 5 minutes, and thank you for my friends listening in, Chris and Phil. If you're listening in, thank you for listening in, giving me support, even though you guys haven't listened to like one show yet. Hopefully today's your first. Thank you for Dennis, Joe, and Pete for listening in, our Section 229 guys, and
one last thing.
thank you to my family for listening in. You guys are great, being supportive, and thanks for listening.
Jason and Sean Swift are up next with the Monday mix-up. It should be a lot of fun to listen to them.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours.
Keep listening. Should be a good show.
MTR Radio, MTR Radio app, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For Josh Mierop, I'm David Mormino.
Until Wednesday.
Fuck off.